Okay, so now we are going to look at additional variables and constants. So we are going to generalize the question. In general, the typical problem with n variables can be written as we either want to maximize or minimize. So in other words, we want to optimize an objective function. Now this objective function is going to have n variables. And it is going to be subject to some constraint. And notice that even this constraint function is going to have n variables. And as always, this constraint function is an implicit function. So now we construct the Lagrangian function. So the Lagrangian function is also going to be in terms of n variables. And we always start off with the objective function or the value function. Introduce the new variable lambda and multiply by the constraint. So from the Lagrangian function, we can derive the first order conditions. I'm gonna introduce a new notation now. So this Lagrangian with respect to x1. So that is just the objective function. We take the partial derivative of the objective function with respect to x1. But then the constraint function also is a function of x1, so we need to take the partial derivative of g with respect to x1 as well. And the first order condition needs to be equal to 0 in order to optimize. Now, because there are n conditions, so we will have n first order conditions, and the last one is the Lagrangian function with respect to xn. So these subscripts here indicate the variable in which I am going to take the derivative with respect to. So let's have a look at this example here. So here we have a consumer's demand problem. We have an objective function and we have a constraint. So constructing the Lagrangian, let's derive all the first order conditions. So we get 2x y cubed z minus lambda equal to 0. with respect to y, and with respect to z. So rearranging the first three equations, we get the following. So I'm going to label this as equation 1. Equation 2 and equation 3. And don't forget to take the derivative with respect to lambda. So then we derive the constraint, and that will be our equation 4. So now we have 4 equations and 4 unknowns. The unknowns are x, y, z, and lambda, and we can use the 4 equations to solve for the 4 unknowns. Doesn't matter what method you use, but I'm going to do the following. So suppose that I'm going to equate equation 1 and 2. Then I'm going to have so quite a few things are going to cancel out. So the z's cancel out, the x's cancel out, and y squared gets cancelled out. So we have 2y equal to 3x. And suppose I isolate for y. It doesn't really matter, you can isolate for x as well. So if I isolate for y, we get 3x over 2. Now I'm also going to equate 1 with 3. So equate equation 1 and 3. Then I'm going to get this part. So maybe I want to isolate for z just so that I can sub the expression x, y, and z into equation 4 at the end. So isolating, well, first off, I'm going to do some simplification. So this implies that z is x over 2. Now, I have y in terms of x, I have z in terms of x, and x I leave it as it is. So I'm going to sub in these two expressions into equation 4. So we have x plus y, which is 3x over 2, plus z, which is x over 2. And this is quite easy to solve. So this is from equation 4. So simplifying this, we get 3x is 12. And so x is 4, z is 2, and y is 6. And these are your critical points. Actually, this is one critical point. So this is just one critical point.